my request would be ask as much as you want because they are here for only so much. So make use of the full opportunity. I'm going to now hand over to KV sir.
Good morning and a warm welcome to our distinguished panelists, attendees, students, and our valued partners from Maneesh Media. I am very happy to be in Delhi, the capital city of India, my favorite city, as it gives all the four weathers of India beyond the politics and rich Mughal heritage that you have here. Delhi is in fact looking so beautiful this time with flowers all over. It's important to say that our conference today is coinciding with the AI event being hosted by India on a global scale, where the world leaders on AI would be presenting the near and clear view of the future of AI. I wish I knew that and they knew that. In transformation of our economies and society. I want to say a few words about the Maneesh Media. Maneesh Media is one of India's leading diaspora publishing houses, founded by the late Sri Chandamal Kumawat, with whom I had some interaction before, who founded the late, a firm believer in the power of storytelling and transcends boundaries. He built Maneesh Media into a trusted and respected publishing institution. Its guiding philosophy beautifully captures its spirit. Stories hold the power to shape cultures, inspire change, and bridge worlds. In the process, we craft our own tale, one of impact, purpose, and lasting legacy. And I want to quote what Sri Chandamal Kumawatji once said, relationships, connections, and trust are the priceless pearls of life. When woven together, they form a timeless tapestry of unparalleled worth. If you possess these, you are among the richest souls the world has ever known. I thank Mr. Maneesh Kumawat, the Kumawat family, and the entire team for inviting me to serve as the moderator. Theme of today's session, Industry-Academia Knowledge Interaction. We have with us very highly accomplished panelists who will serve insights on opportunities, innovation, and future pathways. Each speaker will have 20 minutes and followed by questions from audience, with interaction from the audience. The exchange of knowledge between universities and industry has become central to innovation and technological advancement. Developing directly applicable industrial solutions, prototypes, processes, and innovations. Creating human capital, skilled individuals who power industries. Today, artificial intelligence is one of our era, which electricity was in the early 1900s. Transformative, pervasive, and foundational. But it quickly moving from something special and experimental to everything we use on a daily basis. But AI also raises important questions about responsibility, job displacement, and ethical governance. Over the next 2 to 5 years, AI will significantly reshape industries and the way we live. The concern is not merely job change, but the speed of transition will be faster than education systems and economies can adapt. This brings major challenges: job displacement, income loss, reduced tax revenues, increased social welfare burdens, mental health pressures, and need to rethink and retrain educational and social safety nets. Who is the biggest loser? The government. AI is not just another technological upgrade. It represents a structural shift comparable to the Industrial Revolution, but unfolding at digital speed. The real challenge is to is whether society, businesses, and governments can adapt quickly enough to ensure its benefits are widely shared. The future of AI will be shaped not just by technology, but how wisely we prepare today. Perhaps what is needed today is keeping up with AI's speed of change and combination of innovative approach. In this case, I want to bring an incident that I had experienced in Bangalore, India, in the mid 1960s. Dr. M.V. Krishnamurthy, who started a college called College of Business Administration, later on became Radhakrishnan Institute of Technologies, and it merged with, after it served its purpose, it merged with the University of Bangalore, and it disappeared. But what he had done was to bring not only the academicians, but also bring the industry experts, government experts like you, sir, and also politicians, and and also thinkers, psychologists, and others to come and give lectures to the students how to adapt for the future. That's something that we should seriously consider. Now, I want to introduce you to a very important person who is here, Dr. Lalit K. Pawar. Dr. Lalit K. Pawar is a distinguished retired IAS officer and with extensive experience in tourism policy and governance. As Secretary, Ministry of Tourism, and starting under Prime Minister Modi ji, Government of India, he strengthened the India's global tourism positioning. If people are coming in abundance and when the palace can charge us $2,000 a day, you can imagine he is responsible for that. He has also served as chairman of Rajasthan Public Service Commission and vice chancellor of Rajasthan ILD Skills University, consistently aligning education, skill development, and industry needs. India is increasingly recognizing tourism as a major driver of employment, enterprise development, revenue generation. He is also the vice chancellor of the university, and he has done so much work. We would like to hear from Dr. Padmar.
First of all, good morning. A very pleasant weather we have today. अक्सर हिंदी में कहते हैं बड़ा बेईमान मौसम है आज. Very बेईमान. So first of all, good morning to friends and especially my fellow panelists. It's indeed a privilege to be here this morning. I'll start my presentation with my tribute to the great. Go back to the slides, please. Chandji, that Maneesh Media, the new logo. Can you flash it, please? So, Maneesh Media, founded by Chandji Kumar Saab, great visionary. I knew him for almost 30 years now. We worked together, and I must say, and I must compliment the brothers that in their new logo, they have kept the photograph of Chandji Kumar, the founder figure, the patriarch, in their logo. So, first of all, my tribute to departed noble soul, Chandji Kumar. He was the visionary. We really miss him. Tribute to this great man, so let us remember him. And I was just going through the profile of this company. They have done a great job all over the world. So friends, without much ado, presentation which I have prepared for today's session is that how we can link, next please, tourism, skills and jobs. I had the privilege of working with Honorable Prime Minister Modi Sahab as Secretary Tourism for 2 years and then Vice Chancellor of a Skill University of Government of Rajasthan. Tourism is one sector which creates jobs where no other job is possible. I would like to elaborate before I explain this slide. The hostile desert of Rajasthan. No rains, land is very poor, sand dunes, temperature almost 40, 50, 51 degrees Celsius. and the tourists flocking in thousands to see the sand dunes and ride a camel. Go to other extreme, friends. Cool desert of Ladakh, again very hostile, and yet there are no rooms available in Ladakh and all flights are full. Marshy lands of Sundarban, go to our beautiful country India. I am quoting only Indian examples. Anywhere in the world. So best part about tourism is it creates jobs where no other job is possible. That is the best part. And this sector is very, very gender sensitive. Largest number of our Matra Shakti, or women folk, they are working in tourism sector. One hotel room creates 3 jobs directly and 8 jobs indirectly. So what is the need? Need is, friends, that we are youngest country in the world. Our average age of India is just 28 compared to 50 plus of Europe. The entire world is growing, but we are young nation. 65% of our population is less than 35. This is what we call, in our government parlance, a demographic dividend. Now, if we want to harvest the demographic dividend, my dear friends, we will have to connect the academia with the shop floor, academia with the entrepreneur, academia with the industry. Now, what is the paradox? The paradox is that entrepreneurs, leading entrepreneurs like this, sitting with me and all of you are looking for the skilled manpower, and our graduates and postgraduates pass out, they are looking for jobs, but there is a mismatch. And I quote great Narayan Murthy sir, the founder of Infosys. He says that even IITians, 30% of IITians are not directly employable. Look at the kind of, so there is a mismatch. And here is a platform, and we all entrepreneurs coming from all the world, we are proud of you, sir and madam, that we should connect the two. And hats off to our Honorable Prime Minister. He has created a Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship in 2014. That time I was serving as Secretary Tourism, so we had a direct association with the Ministry of Skills. So now what is the way out? Of course, I'll go through this presentation, it's available. I don't want to burden with facts and figures, just to keep in perspective. So let's just glance through this, and then I'll make certain corrections. And then the National Education Policy, this has been attempted very, very sincerely, that there has to be a direct connect of academia with the entrepreneurs, with the business community, so that what we teach, right now I am a chancellor of a university for 5 years, we have our Institute of Hotel Management inside our campus with 7% placement overseas. Not a single boy or a girl passes out without at least 2 appointment letters, and they too are abroad. So that is the kind of skills that we have to put. I'm just quoting one example, but there are, as our friend Sunija Saab was telling, now we are in the age of artificial intelligence. But one thing I'll normally say, that no amount of artificial intelligence can beat the human intelligence. Human intelligence, HI. HI can beat the AI, and HI can use AI, because it's like in our Indian mythology we have a case of Bhasmasur. You know, Bhasmasur was created by Lord Shiva, but even Lord Shiva was threatened. So he had to be incarnate of Mohini, did some dancing wood, and eventually got Bhasmasur vanished. Idea is that AI as a tool is a boon. But if we allow this AI to dominate the HI, then it can lead to disaster. And there have been very strong views, pro and con. But I am a very die-hard optimist. AI is here, we should use as a tool, and also ensure that all our young boys and girls passing out of our colleges and schools, they are equipped with the latest technological tools, so that the leading entrepreneurs of the world like you can give them a chance for their career, for their jobs. Normally I quote when I teach at my university, if you are not updated, you are outdated. And if you are outdated, go to the garage or the bunkers. You don't need to be in the ecosystem of this thing. We have to upskill, even at my age and all our age. Nachiketa, in our Indian mythology, there is a story of Nachiketa. We have to be an eternal learner. YFL, yearning for learning. So till the very last breath, we must learn the new tools, new technology, so that we are updated and we are in sync with the global trends. That's my submission, and that is our effort in national education policy as a former bureaucrat and also as a, right now as a practicing what you call academician. We are trying to connect the two. My request to you would be, have a good luck in our own country. And we are one of the incredible India all over the world. But again, our footfall, when I quote you some figures, when you go there, when you come to global scenario of tourism, we rank very, very poorly, 43rd. France is number one for almost 100 years now. Why? So we have to imbibe, and this is like a sleeping giant. Once this tourism industry, in all its ramifications, rises, then nobody can be there, because the kind of variety, kind of cultural experience which India provides, very few countries in the world can compete with us. But we have to still make many efforts, because I think we have been able to scratch only the surface of the huge monoliths. So quickly, I'll just go through some transparencies which I've made for you, the slides, and then we'll come back to you so that there is some time also for the discussions. These are some facts and figures. Just, this is a top, one of the fastest growing industry in the world, and receipts, employment, all these factors. France number one, Spain number two, USA number three, China at 4, Italy at 5. These are the some figures. These are the top 10 countries with arrival figures. Those of who are interested, I will request the media persons, Maneesh Media, they can make available these soft copies also. This is Indian tourism snapshot. This is our 10% of GDP comes from tourism sector, 48 million jobs. Average spend is about $1,100. We have yet to promote high spender who come to our country. Then these are our source markets, percentage wise. Largely, earlier used to be Europe, but now Americans are coming in a big way, almost 18%. Then this is our Rajasthan tour. Since I am from Rajasthan, so I thought I must share some Rajasthan also. Rajasthan facts and figures. Rajasthan is now become a very, very hot wedding destination. 1,000 weddings in Udaipur in 1 year. Huge, huge market, wedding destination, all our palaces, forts and all. Everybody would like to wed in a royal style. So that's kind of, it's really booming. Jaisalmer, Udaipur, Jodhpur, all palaces, all heritage properties. This is our Rajasthan. Earlier we had 33 districts, now we have 41 districts. And the best part, when I teach tourism to my students, I say, this is the map of Rajasthan. Any of you can come, close your eyes and put your finger anywhere in Rajasthan, that's a tourist place, my guarantee. Anywhere in the, I request you sir, please come and put your hand after closing your eyes anywhere, and I'll say this is a tourist place. Would you try please? This is map of Rajasthan, now let us see. Mangar sir, yes. Yes, this is. You have put your, this is, can you see, I'm sorry, it's very close. Churu, yes. Churu is part of Shekhawati, beautiful Havelis and part of the Shekhawati circuit. Maljika Kamra is one of the best Havelis in the Churu. Sand dunes, music, anywhere you go. This is Ganganagar, even Ganganagar, people say it's very agricultural, but there is no culture, only agriculture. But there is Kalibanga, prehistoric Harappa site in Ganganagar. This is Jaisalmer Badmer. Here it goes, it is world famous bird sanctuary, Bharatpur. The point I am making is that it's like a mithi roti, Rajasthan. For that, but even India, you put anywhere within a 50-40 kilometer radius, you will find a place with what you call art, craft, culture, tourism and heritage. 565 Indian states merged to form this India. So that kind of variety, it's almost a museum of ethnography. So that's the kind of richness that we have. But we have to harvest. That is the main challenge for all of us. These are some of the visuals just to capture the mood of Indian tourism. They are the highlights of Indian tourism. This is Jaisalmer. Look at the mathematical precision of Abaneri ki Bawdi. Of course, this is our Mahal. This is Rajasthan, land of 100 islands in Banswara, the corner. Look at this. Now, coming to the main thrust of today's presentation, the skill gap. Huge. I will call it a skill gulf, not a gap. Huge gap. And the weakest link of tourism scenario of our country is the lack of trained personnel for our tourism sectors. You will experience it wherever you go, you'll find that people are not professionally trained. What is the difference between a driver and a chauffeur? The only thing is, a driver is a driver who drives, but chauffeur, a driver with soft skills. Yes, welcome sir, properly attired, manicured, pedicured, everything very proper. That's the kind of thing. So driver is paid 10,000, a chauffeur will be paid 20,000. Soft skills. Even for the hard task, we have to impart the soft skills. And this is the huge skill gap. This is the challenge. And friends, this is the opportunity for us. This is the opportunity for us. Indian skilled workers are great demand all over the world. As Vice Chancellor, as Chancellor, even as member of the government policy bodies, they are flooded with requests. We want so many hundred skilled boys and girls for nursing sector, for tourism sector, for IT sector, for AI sectors. Huge. This is a challenge and also an opportunity. जैसे हमारे प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं, आपदा में अवसर. This is a challenge, but this is bigger the challenge, bigger is the opportunity. That is the point. Now these are the investment opportunities, and one point which I would like to submit is medical tourism. India is promoting in a big way, and if you compare, because you know all these facts and figures, almost 30% costs of all medical surgical interventions and all. The thing which costs 100 rupees in America will cost you 30, 40 rupees in India. So that, and with world-class facilities, we can promote medical tourism in a big way. So come, avail of the medical facilities, go back to your country, and also before you leave, maybe you can see some tourist places. This is how happy blending of opportunity. What we call is hospital and hospitality. Both the sectors can merge. So these are the opportunities, and we are of course in the process. There is a policy formulation. Government of India is very keen. Honorable Prime Minister has allotted 10,000 crores per annum for skill sector. The skill ministry's annual budget is now 10,000 crores. So this is our opportunity now. These are some of the schemes which honored Prime Minister has announced in the budget. Our Nirmala Sitharamanji, the National Institute of Hospitality, National Destination Digital Knowledge Grid pilot scheme for 10,000 guides. Again, the soft skills, language guides, and then 15 archaeological sites will be developed, and all those promoting of ecotourism, which is environmental friendly. These are the highlights of our budget, and this is one sector which is the potential is huge. Saturation is at least miles away. At least in coming 50 years, there won't be any saturation. So all of you, all our jewels of India who are here, my request would be please consider India, especially tourism and hospitality sector, combined with the skill sector, as maybe one of your future verticals, where you can really help harvesting the demographic dividend for our country. And this is how, what we can do, what our biggest groups are doing, and the best part is now hotel schools. You start an institute, like in Taj, they have done in Aurangabad. Taj Aurangabad is managed by the students of Taj Institute of Hotel Management. That's a very good model where the boys and girls get hands-on experience of hospitality sector. So this is a win-win situation for all of us, and when tourism growth is paired with well-planned, agile skill development, the following will, what you call it, the youth gets a job, the career, and tourism is also very good as an image builder. People go to only that country which enjoys the image of a peaceful country, of a rich country, of a very hospitable country, and I can say with confidence that we Indians are the most hospitable people in the world. We are the most hospitable people in the world. Even unknown people, if he goes to a village or a town, will say, please welcome. Would you like to have a cup of tea? He may not be knowing the name, but that is hospitality is in our DNA. So I say normally, Kumar Saab, that people are a destination. In India, even people, we are a destination because of this thing. So this is all I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for your patience and look forward. Thank you.
Dr. Panwar, what a presentation in a limited amount of time that you had. Thank you, sir. And great applause for Dr. Panwar. You know, one of the things that countries have become great is because of the amount of money they put in research and development. United States of America became great because of the amount of money they invested in research and development. And then Japan and China copied, and then now they are not copying anymore. They are also doing research and development. I'm anxious to tell you that China overtook the United States of America this time by investing $785 million into research and development, became the #1 in the world. And whereas compared to India is going only 75 billion. The future of the world is in our hands. We need to really put more money to research and development in all fields. Yes. Now, I'm sorry that Dr. Shankar Prasad Gupta is unable to join us. In his place, we have a very eminent doctor who is joining us, Dr. Suneja. And Dr. Suneja, when I was in high school, he was in medical school. Just imagine that. At 17, you joined medical school. And then he became one of the gold medalists from medical school. After that, he got, his doctoral certificate from nobody other than the Mother Teresa. And you are a blessed soul. And I had the pleasure of having lunch with her, and she blessed me too. And Dr. Suneja joined medical school at the age of 17 with distinct honor and receiving the medical diploma from Nobel laureate Mother Teresa. Received merit scholarship during medical school and a gold medal upon graduation. You can't imagine, I had to pay through my school. And I was last in the, last one up. Graduated from Maulana Azad Medical College, University of Delhi, New Delhi, India. Received an award from the President of India upon graduation. He has, I can go on and on and on about his credentials, but we would like to spend less time on that and hear him speak. Dr. Suneja. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar, for such kind introduction. So I must say that I got a call from Maneesh last night at 10 p.m. and asking, Dr. Suneja, would you be kind enough to speak tomorrow morning? I said, about what? He said, just talk about your journey. I said, okay. So I wrote a few things down and wrote them midnight. I just flew in last night at 7 p.m. And this morning, Deepa calls me and she said, Dr. Suneja, what are you thinking? I said, I wrote a few things. She said, you need to do something different. And I said, okay. So I wrote a few things in the car on my way here, but very, very honored to be here, probably with some wonderful distinguished faculty. To just give a little background, and I understand there are many students here attending. So give you a little background knowledge. I'm practicing cardiology in Houston, Texas, in the US. And I moved to the US in '85. And my journey began in medicine. When I was in 8th grade, I told my biology teacher that I want to be a cardiologist. That was not just a physician, a cardiologist in 8th grade. And just sheer determination, and I'm just looking back at my journey and thinking what I did, and I was an extremely focused kid. I wrote 3 words on my study wall. I will, big, rich, great. I engraved these words on my wall in front of my study table and had a wonderful study buddy, and thereafter remained very focused, graduated from med school and moved to the US in 85 and remained focused in my residency and fellowship at Case Western and founded a cardiology center in Houston. So my journey began as an entrepreneur with taking a $75,000 loan and 0 patients in a very, very competitive city, Houston, Texas, with the highest number of cardiologists in the United States, in a city. And it was a journey which was not easy because people don't want you to succeed and there's a tremendous of a competition. But all I can say to the young ones is that if you put your mind and determination to anything in life, anything is possible. I remained focused and continued to persevere and beat all odds and establish the Cardiology Center of Houston. And fortunately, we currently are an international referral center where we have patients we have seen from a dozen states and dozen countries. We are very, very proud to have a team of about 30 people. About 2 years ago, we partnered with a national company called US Heart and Vascular and became part of that. And my journey has taught me a lot of lessons, and I just wanted to share some of my journey and some inspirations for students attending here. The training that you get in medicine in India, it is absolutely incredible because what technical and the clinical skills you learn in India, unfortunately you don't learn them in the US. And that is why the statistics tells you that in the US, about 33% of the cardiologists in the US are of Indian origin. 33% of the cardiologists in the US are of Indian origin, and all of them doing extremely well. Why? Because Mother India and the Indian education system has taught them so well that they can compete very well against any US or any other trained physicians anywhere in the world, because the knowledge and fundamentals that are taught in the Indian medical education system make you a guaranteed success. So, thank you. I'm very proud of the education of Maulana Azad Medical College that gave us, and those fundamentals lead you to your success later on in life. So when we grew up, what was the best instrument was the stethoscope, and we learned by using the stethoscope and the clinical skills of utilizing them in diagnosing. And to this day, in spite of all the advanced technologies that are out there, believe it or not, what you can diagnose with a simple history and physical exam, up to 70% of the diagnosis can be done just by listening to the patient. So it is very, very critical in medicine and in any other profession, where it may be, that listening actively, listening to the patient is very, 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 very critical, because unless you connect with the patient, unless you listen to them and examine them appropriately, you will make the correct diagnosis. Of course, you need technological advancement with diagnostic testing. All those things are critical, important, because there's a lot of defensive medicine in the US also because of the risk for malpractice and all those factors there. However, in reality, you can typically make diagnosis up to 70%. However, we are seeing as a change of times with electronic health records and all the technological advancements. When patients come to us, I have seen patients coming for second opinion, third opinions, and they come and say, Dr. Suneja, the doctor never even examined me. They come and they are looking at the record, they're ordering tests, and the diagnosis is made on tests and not by actually listening to the patient and examining the patient. So we are making all these technological advancements in medicine, but we are lacking the basic skills. And not only that, with all those things that are happening, we have lost the touch of compassion in medicine, which is very, very sad and which is very, very critically important. In order to diagnose a patient, you have to be an active listener, you have to have a compassion and understand the patient and connect with them. And with that comes trust. So these are very, very important things, not just in medicine, but if you have to pursue anything in life, these are very, very critical, important things. It reminds me of I was very, very close to my mom, passed away about 2.5 years ago, at the age of 88, and to the point that in the last 6 months of her life, when she was ill, I flew to Delhi once a month, every month for a weekend. And that was mom's love bringing me. And these are some of the lessons that she told me 3 things in life which I want to share with the students. Very important things in life. Number 1, time. Time is your biggest asset. Please remember, time lost never comes back. So must value time. So for the youngsters out there in the audience here, remember that time is very, very important and it is one of your biggest assets. Number 2, an opportunity. Opportunity in life is also very, very important, because once that opportunity is lost, that may never come back. So when the opportunity comes, please avail of that. And number 3 thing that was also very important lesson that my mom taught me was, be careful of anything that you speak or write. Be kind, be compassionate, because once a word spoken can never be taken back. So remember those 3 things in life, and those are the lessons that I wanted to share with you. Because it is in medicine also, these are the fundamentals of life, and these are very, very important things that I think the youngsters need to hear. Incorporation of AI in medicine now is reaching at a tremendous height, especially in the past 5 years or so. I was very pleased to see the AI summit going on, and that's why there's so much traffic coming on this morning. The use of AI in medicine is absolutely going to completely change medicine for sure. From medical, in cardiology, we are seeing utilization of AI in diagnosing and coronary angiography, CT angiography with software which are actually analyzing the images. So I think the use of AI in medicine, especially in imaging, in radiology and cardiology, because of the diagnostic testing that is being done, is being incorporated at such a rapid pace with so much accuracy that it is actually scary. What we are going to see is that it is going to improve the efficiency of the physicians, but never replace them, although it will make them more efficient. However, the number of physicians which may be required to do the same job is going to be reduced. So we will have to change. The youngsters will have to have new skills so that they are able to survive in this new world. So obviously the utilization of AI is coming, but medicine as it is, where you have a direct interaction between patient and the physician, will always be requiring hands-on training. So that's a profession which is going to stay safe even in the advent of AI. Another life lesson that I would love to share with you all is, especially for the youngsters and the students, is love what you do and do what you love. I turned 65 about 3 months ago. I am a believer in lifestyle medication. I'm a marathoner. I've done 16 marathons. I do a marathon every year. You have to love what you do and do what you love. And you know, that goes back to the saying from Bhagavad Gita, Karmane na vadikaraste ma fadeshu kadachana ma karfam hetu bhurma te sangovas karni. So when you work hard with the purpose of doing your work, but never dream of the fruit thereof, because everything else shall follow. So for all the youngsters in the audience, stay focused, do what you love, do it well with pure dedication. Don't think of the fruits thereof. Success will automatically follow you. I think on that note, I would just love to say thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to the audience and to the families. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Suneja. You took some of my things that I wanted to say to the students, but I'm glad you did. You made a very good perspective for the future of the students. And I think I appreciate that one very much. And also, you and I have something in common. Maneesh ji also called me, but he gave me more time, about 5-6 days back, and asked me to be the moderator. And I canceled some of my events in the morning for the AI conference and came here because I respect this session to be helpful to the students. And I want to say something about the students before I introduce the next wonderful speakers. Don't ever say, I can't do it. And if somebody tells you, don't do it because you cannot do it, don't believe in it. You have to do what you have. First of all, you have to be passionate about what you want to do. I have mentored many, many business people, entrepreneurs, students, doctors, lawyers, okay? And one thing I have found out is that if somebody says, hey, this is too tough for you, and as the student is going through tough times, thinking about how difficult it is to do that one, and if I come and tell you, hey, it's very tough, you'll give up that one. Don't ever let anybody stop you from what you want to do. Your passion will take you to where you want to go, and you will be successful. Thank you. The next speaker, Mr. David Munger, has something in common with me as well, KV. My first name is KV. Actually, my full name is Vyas Kumar Krishnamurthy Vyas Kumar. Okay? My father's name is Vyas Kumar. In South India, we don't have a last name. So everybody used to call me Krishnamurthy. So I changed it to KV Kumar. Anyway, Mr. David Munger is a senior agri-business leader. I had met one of your brothers in California when I was there. I was serving on the California State Bar Board at that time. Yeah. And Munger Farms, one of the North America's leading blueberry and nut growers. His work demonstrates how agriculture has evolved into technology-enabled, export-driven enterprise capable of wealth creation and global integration. He will speak on horticulture, agro-business, and global opportunities. He is very well equipped, and his knowledge will be very helpful to agriculture. Agriculture means not just growing paddy and other things, and he will talk about the wonderful things about it. Sir, please go ahead.
First of all, I would like to say that I'm honored to be sitting amongst such honorable speakers here. Good morning, everyone. It is truly a privilege to be here with you today. Let me start with something simple. When most people hear the word agriculture, they think of hard labor, uncertainty, and low returns. When they hear horticulture, they even think smaller, maybe gardens, orchards, or local markets. But the truth is this: horticulture today is global, technology-driven, capital-intensive, and full of opportunity. And for many of you in this room, it may represent one of the most powerful and underestimated career path you could choose. Today, I want to talk to you about three things. First, the global horticulture ecosystem. Second, how agriculture creates wealth, not just food. And third, how we build scalable enterprises that create long-term impact. Let's start with ecosystem. Every fruit, nut, flower that reaches a consumer represents a long chain of coordinated activity. Growing the crop is only one step in a much larger system that includes science, infrastructure, finance, logistics, and markets. Horticulture is one of the most international sectors in the world. Products are grown in one region, processed in another, and consumed thousands of kilometers away, often within a matter of days. The level of coordination requires planning, trust, and professionalism. The ecosystem includes farmers, but it also includes developers, seed developers, irrigation specialists, quality inspectors, exporters, bankers, retailers. Each of these roles is essential. If one fails, the entire system fails it. This is why horticulture is no longer a standalone activity. It is a networked industry, deeply connected to the global markets and global standards. And that global connection is where both opportunity and responsibility exist. Let's talk about economics. For a long time, agriculture was viewed as essential but low return, important, not scalable, necessary, financially limited. That perception no longer reflects reality. Modern agribusiness creates wealth through value chain, not just products. Growing a crop captures only a small portion of the total value. The majority is created after harvest through storage, processing, packaging, branding, logistics, and access to the right markets. A raw commodity competes on price. A value-added product competes on reliability, quality, differentiation. That distinction changes everything. In our own experience, this lesson became clear early on. When my family migrated to the United States, we worked as farm laborers. Later, we were able to farm ourselves. Survival depended on finding ways to generate more value from the same land, which meant interplanting, crops, improving quality, and eventually processing and marketing our own products. At that time, we didn't call it value chain thinking, but that's exactly what it was. When agriculture is organized professionally, it becomes investable. Risks can be managed. Returns become more stable. Capital can be deployed for growth rather than survival. And importantly, food demand is resilient. People continue to eat through economic cycles. As incomes rise, demand shifts toward higher quality, safer, and more diverse horticultural products. That makes agriculture not just a necessity, but a strategic engine for wealth creation. Now let's talk about scale. Scaling agriculture does not mean planting more acres without a plan. In fact, that's often how businesses fail. Scale comes from systems. Successful agribusiness tends to share several characteristics. First, they are market-led. Production decisions start with demand. They grow what the market wants, in the form that the market requires, and the time it is needed. Second, they invest in infrastructure, cold storage, processing facilities, logistics are not optional. They reduce risk, protect quality, and stabilize revenue. Third, they emphasize people and governance. As operations grow, professional management, clear accountability, and strong team become essential. Fourth, scalable enterprises rely on data, technology, precision agriculture, yield forecasting, cost analytics, and supply chain visibility are now core capabilities. And finally, they think globally. They understand export markets, food safety standards, currency exposure, and international relationships. In our own operations, one of the most important realizations we had was that a crop doesn't grow in the field, it grows through a system. If one of that system breaks, the entire operation field. Agriculture rewards patience. Some of the most important decisions require waiting years before seeing results. Tree crops, for example, demand long-term capital, discipline, and confidence, and understanding of long-term demand. At one point, we entered the pistachio business when the industry was developing. Pistachio trees take 10 to 12 years to mature. That forced us to think carefully about the cash flow, diversification, and risk management. Later, we encountered blueberries. Another example of how innovation often comes from curiosity rather than certainty. When we first explored growing blueberries in California, many believed it could not be done. Instead of accepting that answer, we focused on how to make it work, adjusting soil, pH, and production practices. Those experiences reinforced an important principle. Scalable agribusiness requires a mindset that looks for solutions, not excuses. One of the most powerful outcomes of successful agribusiness is job creation. Horticulture creates employment far beyond farming. It supports jobs in harvesting, processing, transportation, quality control, engineering, finance, sales, and technology. As operations scale, they strengthen local economies, provide stable employment, and create upward mobility. These are not temporary roles. They are long-term careers that support families and communities. Today, in our over 15,000 acres, during peak harvest, our operations employ thousands of people across multiple states. That scale didn't happen overnight. It came from building systems that can grow responsibly. At a national level, horticulture also plays a critical role in economic development. Moving up the value chain, exporting finished products instead of raw commodities allows countries to capture more value, more jobs, and more resilience. One of the most important lessons in agribusiness is understanding the value chain. Planting is only the beginning. My father used to say, if you're going to do something, take full responsibility for it. Success and failure should be driven by your own decisions, not someone else's. That philosophy led us to vertical integration. Over time, farming expanded into harvesting, packing, processing, and direct sales. That integration allowed greater control over quality, timing, and customer relations. About 20 years ago, this thinking contributed to the creation of Nature Right Farms, a partnership amongst 3 grower groups that focused on year-round supply, service, consistency, and quality. Today, Nature Right Farms is the leading fresh berry brand in the United States, with sales over $1.3 billion annually, and a goal to hit $2 billion in the next 5 years. We have a brand presence in all major retailers. That success reflects not just scale, but discipline across the entire value chain. Horticulture and agriculture are evolving rapidly. They now require professional management, technological sophistication, and global awareness. They demand long-term thinking and responsible stewardship of land and resources. At the same time, they offer something increasingly rare: the opportunity to build enterprises that are profitable, resilient, and socially meaningful all at once. This is an industry where innovation still matters, where systems still matter, and where leadership still matters. But most importantly, where feeding the world will always matter. Agribusiness rewards those who think long-term, act responsibly, understand that success is built with one purpose, one system, one decision, and one season at a time. Horticulture feeds people. It creates jobs, it creates wealth, and it connects the world. The ecosystem is global. The opportunity is real. And the impact, when done well, lasts generations. I'll leave you with something to ponder about. I live in the state of California, one state in the United States. California is the fourth largest economy in the world. Worth repeating, California is the fourth largest economy in the world. And agriculture is the leading sector in that economy. Thank you.
It enthuses our youngsters to build such corporations. Thank you very much. Also appreciate your contributions to the economic development of California and other states. Thank you. I have to say this one, but it's rather tough to compete with what he has done, But nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Keep that in mind, youngsters. The next speaker, she's a very accomplished young lady and a beautiful one too. Miss Nikita Kumawat. Nikita Kumawat is co-founder of Brandswork Technologies Private Limited, a company contributing to India's growing electronics manufacturing and innovation system. With experience at Tata Communications, Tech Mahindra and EY, she has transitioned from corporate leadership to entrepreneurship with a mission aligned to make in India and technological self-reliance. Her session will address AI adoption, emerging technologies, and startup ecosystem growth. Her journey reminds us of India's rising innovation stories, young entrepreneurs building globally competitive companies from within India. Before I welcome Ms. Kumawat to speak, I want to add something. There is a Kaushik Mudda in Bangalore who started a company which has grown into, Prime Minister Modi has mentioned it many times, and he was invited. I think he took your guidance from you and people like you to come like that. He invited me to go and bless him several years ago. He had only a handful of people. Today he has grown into a very successful company. And that's what you are bringing. And people may not come and tell you that they followed you, but they have followed you. And you are responsible for that. Thank you. I welcome Ms. Kumawat. Please come.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. And I'm really honored and really feeling excited to join this panel with all the esteemed speakers and a great audience. I first want to thank Maneesh Media and Chanwal Uncle, their blessings, because I found my life partner. Chanwal Uncle connected us, and I'm very happy that I was supported and I could start my business with my husband. And a small dream back then, I after my electronics engineering, some experience, a thought in mind that we should do entrepreneurship, and I have my husband all by my side to start this, and we are here 11 years together, building a strong company where we employ women workforce. We have skilled many women in different technical STEM skills. They manufacture complex products like cameras, speakers on the shop floors, and it is really a brilliant mark of achievement for us and our country that my industry and the sector contributes to 3.5% to the GDP, which is electronics manufacturing itself. So, small entrepreneurship dream turned into realities, and I can only say about my 11 years experience and the connections we built through it. But now talking about AI, artificial intelligence, or accelerating India, is this the new entrepreneurship wave we should think about, and what are the macros, what are the market trends telling the opportunity lying, and is there a youth opportunity over there? So I'm very much looking forward the way artificial intelligence is the next economy builder. It is just not tools or chatbots or applications as we see. To give you a fact, a Zoho CRM, which was built in India, is a top 3 CRM application in South Korea. An app which was built in India, now globally accepted. Now think about 10 years fast forward, what could happen in India if we catch the AI entrepreneurship very early on. Now, some data points, how it is an economy builder. Because globally, they say within 10 years, it will be a $17 trillion economy. And India has a 15% contribution opportunity over there. If we see AI can be adopted in banking, manufacturing, pharmaceutical, we would be doing more with it. Within 5 years, we can also contribute to our GDP close to 500 billion US dollars just by an industrial application of AIs. That means we are not using it as a productivity tool. We are using it for drug discovery. We are using it for driverless cars, ADAS system, which detects that there are no accidents happening. We are also using for smart factories, smart manufacturing. So it has a huge plethora of opportunity where our AI preparedness can unlock Viksit Bharat dream, which is like coming to $40 trillion economy by 2047. So two parts will play a huge role. Are we ready to provide that infrastructure? Do we have devices which supports AI? Do we have proprietary application like Youth, which is building this application in India and taking globally? If these 3 pieces come together, we will not be left behind. We will be leading it front end. Not only 15%, a major market share can be grabbed. So at BrandWorks, my company name BrandWorks Technologies, we had a small vision that we are a brand behind brand. We empower many companies to launch right product into the markets, safe product, secure product. When AI comes into picture, there are amount of security issues. If it cannot be catered internally, then we will depend on the intelligence which comes from the foreign. And will not have a control to use those applications in defense, in medical. Hence, this is the time that AI entrepreneurship should be supported, and all the youth of our country should take up opportunities not to use as a tool, but to build AI, build economy through that. So that is what I would want if I can dream that. Quitting my job 10 years back, having right support system, we all are together here. We can build immense, amazing technologies and show to the world that this is here we are, and definitely more women entrepreneurs also can come up to this, because it is a huge amount of patent recognition, and there are algorithms written by women which are awarded in this space also. So I sincerely recommend it. We all come together, encourage youth to make and build AI for the economy booster. That's all. Thank you.
I had collaboration with the Tata Group. I knew Ratan Tata very well. and what a great empire he has built. And you are going to make your company as big as that one, I hope. Exactly. I want to thank all the panelists for their excellent contribution, and the audience. My God, what a good group of audience here who listened carefully to the great words of the contributors. And I have one question. After that, I'll leave it to the audience. You are Mr. Secretary, Mr. Vice Chancellor, and Mr. Expansioner of Tourism in India. Sir, you have served in all the capacities. AI in particular in strengthening archaeology, university-driven research and development, promoting tourism. Do you have any comments on that, please?
Thank you, Mr. Kumar. Government of India has announced in the recent budget complete integration of artificial intelligence into all verticals of the tourism management, even heritage management. Not only that, even the visitors distribution in a very, very homogeneous way, so that the monuments and the tourist places are not crowded beyond their carrying capacity. So AI tools are being employed now, being instituted to ensure equitable distribution of the tourist traffic. Not only that, the service refinement, even your booking windows, guest experience, the guest preferences. When you check into your hotel, there are AI tools now are being practically used to ensure that what kind of recipe that you would like to have in your lunch or dinner or not. So that kind of finessing is there. So AI is, my dear friend, and Kumar sir and fellow panelists, is here to stay as a boon, as a tool. Only thing is, it has to be fine-tuned, and no sector, as Dr. Sunaj also mentioned, sir, in medical diagnostics, interventions and all, even surgery is ultimate. So, hospital industry and hospitality industry, AI is going to be, in a way, what you call, it will garnish the human efforts. It will be an augmentation of HI with the help of AI, and in all spheres of tourism experience, how to ensure that the guests who come to destination goes back with very happy bodies and very, very professional services. That integration is now, it's very much there from A to Z sectors of the tourism economy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I have one question for Dr. Suneja. May I? Sure. Dr. Suneja, you have a greater responsibility with AI, because AI, after all, is a computer, distributed technology, and it can make mistakes. As a doctor who treats patients, you have a much bigger responsibility. And how are you going to handle that, sir?
So you are absolutely right. We are utilizing AI in our own practice, where we do extended monitors, where we place patients with the 4-week monitors when they have history of palpitation stuff. So the interpretation is done by AI. However, the accuracy is, I believe, in this space is close to almost 99.5%. But each of those tracings have to be visually being seen by the cardiologist when we are reading them. So if you are not careful, and there have been instances where we say it's called PVC, or premature ventricular contractions, or PAC, which is premature atrial contraction. The AI picked up PAC with PVC, and the whole report was completely wrong, and has significant implications, because PAC is a benign arrhythmia coming from the upper chamber of the heart. PVC is an arrhythmia coming from the lower chamber of the heart. When the AI analyzed it, it mistook PAC to PVC, so the entire report was totally wrong. So if you are not careful, you can make mistakes, and that has implications to your clinical care. So ultimately, the physician is responsible, and this is a very important question where we have to master, but the final responsibility must be with the physician, and they still have to be very observant in the findings that are being determined to them by AI.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Munger, if you have to give one piece of advice to the youngsters, how to proceed with in your line or other lines of business, what would you say, sir? Just a brief one.
Well, I would say that I think you need the purpose, the desire, and the drive to do, set a goal and to achieve it. If you don't have a goal, you can't achieve it. You need to set a goal and then you need to drive towards that goal. And all obstacles can be overcome with hard work, patience, and God's will.
Thank you, sir. Same question to Ms. Kumawat. Can you please?
Again, from the entrepreneurship context, it's full of failures. There are failures at every milestone which you think you would succeed, but you have to pivot so much when you do any work in life. It's not that simple, but the tenacity, the resilience, and always having a vision, this will happen. कैसे भी होगा ये होगा. So बहुत basic होती है life, और if we just keep on following the vision we have, that's why the name is vision. It's not real. You are unrealistically thinking it will happen, and then go for it. So that's what I feel, that youth should not think their failures as a stopgap. It's just they have to think, I have to go to the vision, that's it. Thank you.
I have a few comments, I'll make it and then give it to the audience. I'm sorry that I'll take a little bit of time because this is important for you to know. There will be adversities in life. Even for me, I lost a fortune at the age of 70, okay? And I had an accident. I was on the way, I was receiving an award from the US Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in September 1992, and in 1990, sorry. And when I got a call from Roberto Cosmeta, chairman of Coca-Cola, who invited me, he said, you are one of the 3 candidates for president of Coca-Cola India. And I didn't want to take the job because I was the president of American Systems with the Tata's collaboration. But when Mr. Cosmeta didn't give me an opportunity to say anything, he said, we have arranged ticket for you, I'll send somebody to pick you at the airport. And he sent a vice president by name Rudy Becerra. On the way, I had an accident. An unemployed truck driver came and hit us. We both got hurt, but I was hospitalized, and then I went into 10 years of recuperation. And I did not sue Coca-Cola, nor Rudy Becerra, okay? And I want you to know that. And then I used that time, and I had a lot of contacts with the U.S. government and U.S. lawmakers in the Senate, and so the U.S. Brain Injury Association requested me to help them pass a Brain Injury Act, and I'm glad I did. In 1996, the U.S. Congress passed 1996 TBI Act, Traumatic Brain Injury Act, which helps 5.5 million Americans. And I'm very fortunate that I was able to help them, and then the Brain Injury Association of America, U.S. Congress, U.S. Senate, California State Senate honored me on the floor for my thing. And I also received the 2015 Ellis Allen Medal of Honor, which 8 presidents have received. But with all the 2,000 plus awards I have received, the most important one is I was able to help the people with brain injury. So don't let adversities, losing money, and fear of losing your saved money, okay, bother you. Go ahead and I went into, professionally I'm a turnaround guy. So I went to California and I turned around a healthcare company in it was worth about $700,000, $800,000 at that time. It's a dialysis company. And then I took the job in January 2009, and then by end of 2012, we sold the company to Davicha, And the owners took home, instead of $800,000, they took home $38.6 million. So success and failures are part of life. Don't let failures stop you. Thank you. Now we'll take questions from audience.
Sir, this question is to K.V. Kumar, sir, and the whole, the esteemed guest there. So many of you spoke about, even though in different fields you have tasted success at a very tall level in each one of your experiences, what we heard. I think many of you still talk about the fundamentals, what your parents has given you over time, right? And many of those stories you talked about are still, what your upbringing has given you some values and the fundamentals, things like that on the ground. Other side being in an era where, because of AI disruption, the future of what's going to happen in kind of an uncertain world for the students on the other side. So having these two things, so how do you, what do you want to tell students in terms of what is more important, how do they prepare themselves, things like that, in comparing these two totally different spectrums?
Who will take that question?
I think the fundamental question and the answer to that is that in life, does not matter AI, no AI, future, it is your determination, focus, and of course blessings from God, very, very important. Your faith. To share, I'm an interventional cardiologist. I've been doing interventional interventions, coronary angioplasty stents for the last 36 years, and just last year I stopped. I have always uttered Gayatri Mantra in the cath lab before doing a procedure because my faith in Gayatri is so strong. I have inscribed Gayatri Mantra in the walls of my clinic along with Ganesha. So it is your faith clearly very, very important. But AI or no AI, focus, determination is what's going to lead to future and your success.
Very well said, sir. Couldn't have been better. When you have faith in Lord Almighty, you will accomplish your goals much better. Okay, is there any questions?
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Identify yourself, please, if you don't mind.
So, hi everyone. My name is Sakshi. I'm from JDM College. I have question, ma'am, that how can students validate a startup idea before investing time and money into it?
First, you can come to me. So honestly, as one of our initiative I started recently, we also incubate startups. We validate their concept and ideas and help them launch. But if you are currently somewhere at your college, just thinking with friends, I think the first community you reach out to your professors to think about the commercial aspect of it. And then government also now provide lot of labs and incubation centers where you can apply to them and work with a broader team with proper tools, with proper grants to live your product. So we can definitely chat about it, but there are enough resources available on the public domain as well and at your community level also to go ahead with your startup ideas.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi everyone, my name is Brenda and I am from JDM College. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for such a great session. And I had a question related to AI, like if anyone can answer that. So it's, as AI is increasing, do you think there is also a need of sustainable development of AI along with the environment? And do you think there are initiatives being taken? Because I think AI is also, like harming the environment in many ways that I have seen on social media that a lot of trillions of water has been used to cool down the AI systems. So, and also there is scarcity of water. So what do you think, what initiatives should be taken by the government for that as well? Thank you.
So definitely, like if we are comparing with our country versus others, the adoption is still at very, uh, at a gestation stage. So these policies are yet to be defined by government, how ESG will be inculcated with AI. Currently, we are only sectioning AI into devices, infrastructure, and application. Application doesn't have any impact on the environment, but definitely the part where you're saying infrastructure usage, where the partly which could govern on clouds or on the countries which we can divide these resources from, there will be some plans coming up when the usage explodes to a level which is, needs some mitigations. But yes, India is at the gestation stage to define ESG policies in the AI.
Anybody else?
Hello, my name is Supriya and I am from JDMC College. Question Randeep Suneja sir, that if a student is confused about choosing cardiology as a career, so what factor he should consider before making his final decision?
Cardiology is, as you know, heart disease is the #1 killer, not only in the US, but all over the world, including India. So as the global epidemic of obesity continues to increase, cardiovascular disease is continuing to be extremely prevalent. And I believe that if you have passion for cardiology, you must follow it and pursue it because the future is extremely bright. We have an extremely severe shortage of cardiologists in the US, and I'm sure so also in India you train cardiologists, because I have so many friends and colleagues here who I sent to cardiologists here in the US, some of my friends who are practicing cardiology, for friends who ask me and call. So the cardiovascular illness in the US and including India and all over the world, the prevalence and incidence is extremely high, and if you have a desire and passion, must follow it. Follow your dreams and the sky's the limit.
Thank you. Next.
I sincerely, what you said, that is a basic ingredients of the rise in your life. Commitment, honesty, and dedication. You need to have them. And as I said, these comes when we start growing in our families. Any technology which comes, not going to change this. It doesn't matter AI is there or AI is not there. What matters is that if we think AI as a friend and helpful, then we go forward it. And I'm sure it's going to make a difference. Like in medical field, I'm also a medical person. And I have brain surgeon, spinal and nerves. I never do surgery for patient. I do surgery for their family. It's a commitment to the family. A young chap coming, you're just not doing a surgery for him. You are doing for those children, that family who is dependent on them. So you think about what best you can do for them. So if you do best, they will be returned back to their society. And they will thank to the medical profession. Yes, this is it. I'm sure that each one of the faculties, what they have spoken, they have come up from there. They thought that they are something, but they are not there, exactly at the stage. And then they build up. This building up is not a small little path. It is a path of determination, commitment, and honesty. Same what we learned before. So I will sincerely say, make a determination first. You want to do it. Then how much commitment you can give, and honestly think, this will help our society or not. If that is not there, nothing will come to us. Nothing will change you. Nothing will improve. So my sincere regard to what you guys have done. Wonderful to hear all of you. And sir, very kind, very nice. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Dr. Sharmaji, I am founder of a hospital called Aster CMC Hospital in Bangalore to help the poor and needy people. Thank you. Anyone else?
You are talking about the tourism. We are good in tourism and everything, and we are rich in food tourism also. We have rich food, traditional foods. We can say we are known for variety of foods in worldwide. At the same time, we are getting a lot of exotic fruits like blueberries. We have a David here talking about the blueberries. So we have enough blueberries in India coming from different countries, US and other countries. So how to make this cuisine globally rich, like a nutritious, and how to use these exotic fruits like blueberries in tourism? What are your thoughts?
Yes. Thank you. What's your good name? Raj Kapoor. Okay. Oh, you share your name with the legend, Mr. Raj Kapoor. Okay. So, thank you, Kapoor Sahab, for a very delicious question, I must say. Friends, what we call is culinary tourism, the food tourism, is by itself a very, very promising, well-established branch. So much so, at an investment of 100 crores of rupees, Government of India established what you call International Culinary Institute in Noida to promote all our regional kind of cuisine, North Indian cuisine, South Indian cuisine, Eastern cuisine, Western cuisine and all. So Indian cuisine, and I must tell you, you know what is the national dish of UK? This is chicken tikka and paneer tikka. Tikka diya na? Look at the culinary crafts and masterpiece of our Indian maestros that you go to anywhere in the world, you will find an Indian restaurant serving, and most of our friends from other countries, they love Indian cuisine. The only thing is we have to moderate, we have to fine tune, and now even come to fusion food. Fusion food is a big hit. Now at the subject, doctor, I would like to share a very interesting anecdote. Sir were mentioning about the AI, madam also mentioned. Kapoor Saab, let me share, and our very learned audience, what is artificial intelligence? It is nothing but what we call is a very high degree of machine learning. The machines learn and they respond the way human would respond in by way of AI tools, whether it's ChatGPT, Threads, or DeepSeek, or whatever. But two things, the creativity of human mind, and also one very unique USP of Indians, we are proud Indians, is what we call is Jugaad School of Management. Now, what is Jugaad School of Management? If I were to define as an academician, what is Jugaad? And that only this is our Indian USP all over the world. Let me assure you. And that's why Indians are the best workers all over the world. They are so much in demand. Dubai is built by Indians, let me assure you. So Kapoor Saab, in addition to our culinary excellence, God has given us such a top praise to we all Indians, especially the young students, you must listen to this. What is Jugaad? Jugaad is nothing but out-of-box thinking, not artificial intelligence, human intelligence, out-of-box thinking for finding a creative solution to solve a problem. So Jugaad is nothing but a creative use of out-of-box techniques of your acquired knowledge as a problem-solving tool. And we excel in that. Now, coming back to the culinary subject, Kapoor Sahab, I'll tell you a story of Jaisalmer. About 30 years back, there was a group of French tourists who came to Jaisalmer. And Jaisalmer 30 years back was not as advanced as it is today. And it is Indo-Pakistan border. It was very, very small, tiny town, but now, of course, it is thriving. So one of the group members of the foreign tourists, the French tourists, they had their birthday. So now the locals, look at the artificial intelligence vis-a-vis the human intelligence and the creativity of the locals. The local hotelier, he came to know that Mr. Kumar Summers, the French tourist, Mr. John, said he came to know that he has his birthday. Now, they know that on birthday, normally our foreigner friends, they cut the cake. Okay, now where to find a cake in desert? So what they did, again, human intelligence, HI, creativity, ingenuity. What they did, we went to the kitchen, ordered the chef, Mr. John has a birthday, we can't organize cake, we don't have. So what they did, he prepared a suji ka halwa. Okay? Suji ka halwa he prepared, put it in a patila, and for 10 minutes he put in the deep freeze. Came out, reversed the patila, so the entire suji ka halwa was frozen, and when it topsy-turvy, it was like a cake. So there were many happy returns to dear John. So they came and said, "This is desert cake." Look at the creativity. They say, "Sir, this is desert cake, and please cut." So he cut and said, "Please have a slice." It was not melting because solid, and with nuts and all, very, very delicious suji ka halwa. And he said, "Oh my God, one of the delicious cake I ever had," and it was suji ka halwa. So the point I want to submit is that culinary excellence of our locals, special flavors of India. Portuguese came all the way to Kerala only for spices. We all know this. So let me assure, this is our USP. Apart from our spirituality, whether it is Gayatri Mantra or all our, what you call is the incredible spiritual legacy. Let me assure you, we are really incredible. The only request is, whether it is cuisine, whether it is culture, all our Indian highlights are starting with C. Cuisine, culture, crafts, creativity, all those things. Look at our carnivals, look at the citadels, the forts and palaces and all. So India is incredible, but we Indians, we have to provide services, provided our best foot forward, and can we be the credible Indians? If we are credible Indians, India will definitely be incredible for all times to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. What a great explanation. Thank you, sir. Dubai, well, I had one of the finest Indian food at an Indian restaurant in Dubai and Doha. And that explains why you sent all the good things there also to spread Indian food. Okay, next question, please.
I am Vikrant Purohit from Gandhinagar. I am a builder. Just small 2 sentences as a Thanksgiving feedback. I am really impressed by Sri Randeep Suneja's sentence that never give up in any difficult situations, and for that just follow one thing: do what you love and love what you do. This is a very thought processing. If we understand the essence of this sentence, then nothing is impossible for us. I am also thankful for Dr. Lalit Panwar's sentence that Rajasthan, Leh Ladakh are the places where one time nobody was able to find any opportunities, and all the state was vacated by Rajasthani businessmen to Gujarat, Bangalore, and now the entire world finds opportunities in every corner of Rajasthan. As far as in the Leh Ladakh, Modi just is a brand ambassador for that sea buckthorn medicine. It is available where nothing grows, only sea buckthorn grows, and now the entire world is mad behind that sea buckthorn medicine. So this thanks to both of you, sir.
Thank you very much. I also have a very good friend from Rajasthan, Mr. P.P. Chowdhury, whom I'm meeting tomorrow. A great man and great people.
One thing he told, sir, Taj Aurangabad is a place where the entire organization is run by, and the best example is Sakshi Dhoni, who is running 2,000 to 2,500 Mahendra Dhoni Zamper. I think she is from Taj Aurangabad.
You know, Rajasthan is one of the most beautiful states. I love it. Thank you. Next question. Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Bhumi. I am from Janki Devi Memorial College. My question is from ma'am. So ma'am, if we want to start a startup, what type of tools as a college student needs to learn to get more into it?
Depends on what startup you want to build.
For Like if we want to build a app which is like a collaboration of Blinkit, Zepto, Bitbasket, where all the brands are there, and basically customers can see all the prices, and it will work as a affiliate marketing for us.
So it's still a concept, right? You have to have a business model that for
No,
what a
like
customer
I only
would
have
buy.
a vision.
Okay.
I don't know how to execute it.
So even before when we use tools, we need a model, a approach, right? It's something which a human brain does it, right? So you have to have elements of the business. Who's my customer? What's my product? What's my value proposition? Why will they buy it? What is the market? Am I a new one or am I a me too? If that is all sorted, then you go and, so this is your concept, right? Then you go for the tools. So how do I build my UI? Which tool should I use to build my user interface? Which payment gateways I will integrate for the payment? So those are the tools which comes in place once you have approach in place. So I believe you should work on the approach and concept and a business model, which then I think just a small chat GPT use will tell you use this tool. That's how you go to like, you can make presentations now, you can make applications directly from a lot of tools, but make a business model and approach first.
Thank you, ma'am.
I had the pleasure of serving as the first Indian American to serve on the executive committee of the US Small Business Administration, which tried to get into an MOU with Government of India for 3 years. They couldn't. I was able to do it in 2 months with the help of AmCham in New Delhi in 2007. And that's one of the sources that you should also go through. SME group of, that you have an office in Delhi, you should do that. And also, you should also, in addition to what Ms. Kumawat said, you should also go through some entrepreneurs who invest in startups. Thank you. Anyone else?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nidhi from Janki Devi Memorial College, Delhi University. My question is from Nikita ma'am. Ma'am, what skills do you think students should focus on to be better prepared for industry roles? Basically, if we talk about finance with AI, as you said, AI is a next economic builder.
Industrial roles. So manufacturing, if we speak about, there are automation, Industry 4.0 already getting adopted in India at manufacturing levels. So defect-free manufacturing, inspection of qualities through camera sensors. So we need youth to code that, program that, and lot of do pattern recognition analysis. So we might know what algorithm is needed, but we also have to scrape through data. What is a defect? What is a non-defect? What is a okay defect? So I'm taking an example from my industry, which is manufacturing. We need you to focus on building database sizes, building algorithm, code that, make an application which can be proprietarily used, secured application, hosted in our server. So that's type of thing I need in manufacturing is needed, where youth can focus about financial analysis. That is sector agnostic. Like if one tool comes which does a financial planning analysis or a CFO role, everyone would start using it. Youth will only have to command it, prompt it, extract it, and report it. Probably like 15 people doing it in different data processing. Youth would, I think one person would be able to do it. I believe one should focus where India is leading. We are going to be a manufacturing hub. We're the next producer in the world, right? So that is where the industry we should focus, create more jobs, create more defect-free quality production tools, help the industries with that, management roles, systems development. There are huge opportunities where you can be industry ready to use your education and apply it in the industry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, I saw the Republic Day parade. That was not one of the best, the best I have ever seen in my life, the latest one.
in January. I have seen lots of parades, Macy's parade, and in California, the Super Bowl parade and all those things. But nothing is close, not even 10% of what we had. And congratulate you for putting the footsteps for that. And I congratulate our Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. And,
I'm a Prime Minister.
yeah, but I am an American, Indian American, but I want to congratulate India for putting up such a great show. And I respect Mr. Modi very much. And, I have worked with, it's not the party. I have worked with all prime ministers, quite a few of them. And I've been very, useful to them. Anyway, next question.
Hello, this is not a question. It's just that I'm Professor Poonam Butra. I'm from Janki Devi Memorial College. I just want to thank Maneesh Media and all the panelists. It's been a very, very enlightening discussion. And as I'm here with many of my students, I can see their curiosity is aroused. And this is the platform that our young generation need today. And the new education policy is all about this. I mean, in the new education policy, we have that first 3 years and the... Hello? Yeah. Students have to do skill enhancement courses. And they have credits. A credit for about 2 credits in each semester for 3 years. That makes it 12 credits. And this can be in the college. You'll be glad to know we have courses like tourism. So in that, the focus is that you study theory, plus you have 2 practical classes. So idea here is that if more industry interacts with the universities, it's going to benefit the students a lot. Plus, keeping in mind the need of the industry, we encourage our students to do internships. SEC, the skill enhancement courses, can also be an internship for the student for 3 years. Of course, the timelines are there, but even starting with Maneesh Media, we can send our students. There are English students, there are political science students, there'll be many budding journalists or, looking in the field of just marketing, where during the summers, if they have the time, all they need is a certificate. You can get work done from them, you can get your research work done. And for them, it's like a training, which will really help them when they actually move into the industry. And lastly, now that we have a 4-year session, undergrad is now for 4 years, in the 4th year, we have different options. A student can even go for research, or they can do an internship. When they can be apprentices to some company. So, ma'am, you will have a lot of questions coming your way, because very soon each and every student who is interested in doing the 4th year, research now seems the easiest because that's the known path. But I'm very sure entrepreneurship is going to be the next best thing. And as you said, with manufacturing being the next big thing in India, we look forward to a very, very bright future here for us.
Thank you very much. You have a good point, but don't forget the NGOs. When I was chairman of the Indian American International Chamber of Commerce, we had a lot of students in the United States working as interns who got 3 credits for their, from their schools, universities. And that kind of program, if the universities can do that, and they don't have to pay tuition, and they get some incentives from that. That's a very good.
We can't do that in Delhi University. It's a very structured program. They have to do what is in the course curriculum.
Okay.
So it's not going to be free assistance.
That's okay. But I mentioned, that's all. I'm not saying they should do that.
I take your point, very well said. We do have NGOs also coming and who we work with, and the students do volunteer there. But when we talk about the industry-academia interface, the problem is when the people come for hiring.
You can discuss those things with Ms. Kumawat later on. Yeah, thank you. And then I think we have come to an end of question and answer. I can take one last question. Yeah.
One quick comment, I would say, for people pursuing medicine and people who are interested in making medicine as a career. Remember, when you become a physician, one very important point that I would like to make in. Treat your patients like you treat your family. If you treat your patient like you treat your family, you will never make a wrong decision. Very, very important. Very, very important.
Thank you. That's such a great comment. I appreciate that. Okay, last question.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Paresh Mehta. I live in Africa for the past over 2.5 decades. Thank you, Maneesh Media, because our youth is real Bharat Kishan, Bharat Ka Abhiman. And for such a wonderful session, mine is more complimentary. I don't regret after the jet waking up alone. It is a very informative session for me also. One is go global and true patriotism. Some of us went to Africa over 100 years now, but contributing well, settled well. I went 2.5 decades ago when I was a youth. And today, if I talk about Uganda where I live, we are less than 1% Indians living in Uganda, but we contribute 65% of the tax revenue of that country.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So our youth should also take that, go global. The future is Africa and Asia, definitely. And true patriotism is not in a superiority, but is to build a better future for the nation. As mentioned by Pawar sir earlier, what Middle East had, what Africa today have, we have a better than those countries. We have Kashmir, we have Jaisalmer, we have Dholavira, we have Kutch. So the tourism is also a very big sector where youth can participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. The last one, I guess.
Thank you very much. This is a sort of a small note on your behalf, which I want to extend to all the panelists. They have enlightened us beyond our expectation, beyond our thoughts in the beginning. And I'm really grateful for extraordinary meeting organized mainly for academia and the profession. And the young generation which is present here, I'm sure must have been benefited. Thanks to Maneesh Media, especially for such an event. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Before I hand over the mic to Deepa ji, I want to thank each and one of our great panelists. And you have been marvelous. Thank you kindly. You have given such good advice to the youngsters. And great applause to the panelists. And I take this opportunity to thank Maneesh Media, okay, Mr. Manish Kumawat and his brothers, and all the staff in the media group, and also the audience who have given such good encouragement to the speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. It has been a delightful, delightful session. I do have 2 questions. First, David, sir, how do we make agriculture Instagrammable for the young children? How do we make them, understand that it is actually an agrarian economy that will sustain us in the long run? How do we make them return to those roots without, thinking, oh, it's just farming?
I think society here, actually all over the world, doesn't respect agriculture. But I believe, this is my belief, that in God's eyes, when we're creating food, it's the most highest thing you can do. So I think it's the when you're called a farmer, it has a connotation that in maybe more in Indian culture, but really all around the world. But it's changed. Like I said in my speech, it's changed. And I think the opportunity is there. Because people will, I mean, food is the most essential thing human beings need, right? Well, it will always be necessary, right?
I'm curious because your entire family is into farming. And I remember Keval sir telling me that the youngest one also said, this is my farm and I'm going to take over. So I was curious as to how we can convince the youngsters of today. I also know a young gentleman here who wants to open a little animal farm for and collect all animals there. So that's their young man, that's Nikita's son. So I just wanted to know regarding that.
I think generally around the world, you know, we have become, as we concentrate more into the cities, populations concentrate more into the cities, people are less in touch with their food, right? The newer generation really does not understand where their food comes from. So I think if you want to get them interested into agriculture, or you need to take them back and put them in touch with, you know, with where their food comes from, and I think that will grow their interest.
I just wanted to add one note. I did a course on mindfulness last year, and during the course they taught us mindfulness eating. And they say when you're eating, have the sense of gratitude for the farmer who has worked hard. So the food that you're seeing on the table is a lot of hard work by that one farmer or their family. So, you know, bringing that awareness of farming and the food and the sense of gratitude, because gratitude, I believe, is one of the most fundamental blocks of happiness. If you have gratitude in life, you will be very happy. And gratitude for food and thankfulness is very, very important.
I was just going to say that, you know, Eastern culture has always used food as medicine. Yes. And the Western culture is back on that trend where food is used as medicine, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's great. One of the things that we are, you know, India is losing a lot of, as you rightly said, the young fellows who were in farms, who was going to continue as farmers. Especially, I see that in great numbers in Punjab and other states. I think because of the salary structure in other fields, they want to move to the urban areas, like you said, Mr. Mangar. And I think we should, in order to encourage the youngsters to be in agriculture, they need to see the accomplishments of people like Mr. Mangar. Okay? And then they will see where they go to.
Okay. Lalit sir, that is something for you. Maybe you can tell the government to start agriculture tourism.
Very good. You are right, madam, sir. Agro-tourism is a recognized vertical of Indian tourism. And friends, let me share, post-COVID, friends, there is a renewed interest in rural economy, agro-economy, and our countryside, because now post-COVID people want to go away from the concrete jungle to real jungle, you know, the near real countryside. And agri-tourism is here to stay, and I can give any number of success stories. If you just Google agro-tourism sites in India, and you have a series of this thing. Orange country tour near Mysore. If you go to Himachal, you have a trekking tour. In Rajasthan, heritage villages tours, farm tourism, stay in the farm, and you yourself select these are the vegetables I like to have for my breakfast, for my lunch and dinner. And farmers are now really, and you're right, it is, earlier it was grammable, not is Instagrammable. So it is now Instagrammable, because if you go instantly to any gram, post-COVID, there is a renewed interest in agrotourism, and especially now you have this what you call is the greenhouses and the huge enclosures. So if suppose you come to Rajasthan, it's very hot, but if you go inside a greenhouse, it's very pleasant, cool. You have your dinners and lunches there, and it's a real big money. And best part is it is sustainable. And after all, agriculture is that culture which sustains all the cultures. If you don't have agriculture, there won't be any culture. Thank you.
I would now like to request the directors of Maneesh Media on stage for a quick photo op.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big hand for organizing such a wonderful event.
कार्यक्रम आयोजन किया गया है जहां बच्चों को सर्टिफिकेट दिया गया और आइए हम उनसे बात करेंगे, जानेंगे कि फ्यूचर में ये उनके लिए कितनी उपलब्धि भरा होगा। आज आपको सर्टिफिकेट दिया गया है और इस तरीके के प्रोग्राम होते रहे हैं, तो इस पर आप क्या बताना चाहोगे?
यही कि ऐसे करके नॉलेज मिलती है, जैसे ये प्रोग्राम्स रखते हैं और काफ़ी फैसिलिटीज़ और काफ़ी चीज़ों के बारे में ऐसे जानना।
एआई से जुड़ी चीज़ें हैं यहाँ पे, तो किस तरीके से आप एआई को कैसे देखते हो इन फ्यूचर में?
As per the panel discussion, we think that AI is the next economy booster. Also, it will be very helpful for the industry and for the future generation.
आप कैसे देखते हो इसको, जो आपको जो मोटिवेशनली जो स्पीच दी गई है, यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि फ्यूचर में इधर आ जाए, तो किस तरीके से आप इसको देखते हो इन फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में?
It will be very हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, क्योंकि हमें जैसे कि उन्होंने हमें वो कराया तो उससे वी आर मोटिवेटेड और हमें थोड़ा सा गाइडेड करा गया कि किस तरह से हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं।
या मोटिवेशनल स्पीच दी गई है आपके डेवलपमेंट के लिए और आपके फ्यूचर के लिए, किस तरीके से आपको ये वेलफेयर लगता है?
I personally believe, because I am totally from a humanities background, so this seminar or this session is completely like give me a lot of knowledge, because I didn't know anything about this industry and academia and how we can integrate both of these subjects, and how the artificial intelligence is going to dominate the world, and how we can contribute as a student now, because we are the leading future. So how we can contribute to it, how we can work on our skill enhancement. I think this is the part which is a lot of motivating for me, which also encourages me to work for my skill development as well as academia. To balance both of the things is very important.
So how Gen Z is seeing this advancement program, this development in future? How Gen Z will approach this kind of things?
Okay, so I think like Gen Z is actually not very much, you know, in the industry area, but this session has actually helped us like to know about the industry as well, and also the people have given their life experiences and the fundamentals they have lived by, like love what you do and do what you love. So I really like that quote. And I think, yeah, like we have got a lot of motivation from them, and you know, to actually level up and actually work in the industry area. So yeah.
तो यहाँ पे कुछ बच्चे मौजूद हैं जिन्होंने बताया कि हमें कि किस तरीके से AI और मोटिवेशनल स्पीच यहाँ पे एक डेवलपमेंट की तरफ उनके फ्यूचर में काम करेगी और किस तरीके से इससे एक नई इन्हें मार्गदर्शन मिलेगा। अभी यहाँ पे मोटिवेशनल स्पीच दी गई, ठीक है, कैसा आपको लगा इस इवेंट में आके?
It was really nice. We got to learn a lot of things. I really liked the one speaker who was cardiologist. उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी बातें बोली. The one thing that he said, like treat patients like your family and you'll never make the wrong decision. That was pretty nice for me. And yeah, the whole session was really nice. All the speakers got to know a lot of things.
आपको सर्टिफिकेट भी मिला है. Can you show in camera?
This is the certificate.
या तो ये आपको किस उसमें उपलक्ष्य में मिला है?
ये हमारे मतलब इवेंट के इन्वॉल्वमेंट के लिए है और इवेंट के पार्टिसिपेशन के लिए है, एक्टिव इन्वॉल्वमेंट के लिए।
ओके, तो इस आप इवेंट को जो आप यहाँ मोटिवेशनल स्पीच दी गई है, इसको आप एज अ फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में कैसे देखते हो?
ये हमारे मोटिवेशन के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट थी, हमारे गोल सेटिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के लिए। दैट फर्स्ट वी हैव टू सेट एन गोल टू अचीव इट, एंड मेनली हमें पैशन ड्रिवन होना चाहिए टू अचीव अ गोल। हमें कोई कहे कि लाइक यू कांट डू इट, सो वी डोंट हैव टू बिलीव देम, वी हैव टू डू इट बिकॉज वी वांट टू डू इट एंड वी विल डू इट इवेंचुअली।
बिकॉज यू आर जेन जी।
Yeah, because we are Gen Z.
That's why. Okay, so how are you seeing this event?
Actually, this event was all about AI Summit and AI. So AI is the need of the hour. So that all the motivational speakers told us about how AI, you know, how we can pursue our future careers in AI, and motivated us to choose a new path for ourselves other than the traditional paths we have. So yeah, it was very fun to attend this event.
Okay. फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में इस इवेंट को आप किस तरीके से देखते हो? आपकी फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में आप इस इवेंट को किस तरीके से देखते हो?
फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में हम AI टूल्स का यूज़ करके अपने जो स्टार्टअप्स एंड जो हमारा बिजनेस है उसको बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रो कर सकते हैं।
मनीष मीडिया से कनेक्ट होके, आपको इस इवेंट से कनेक्ट होकर कैसा लगा?
बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था। मतलब उन्होंने इस वे में इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आके उन्होंने हमको बताया कि AI के हेल्प से हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, बिज़नेस में क्या क्या कर सकते हैं। जो मेडिसिन वाले जो सर थे उन्होंने बताया कि मेडिसिन में और जो बाकी जो मेडिकल वाला फील्ड है उसमें AI कैसे यूज़ हो सकता है।
तो क्या अपने सिबलिंग्स को, क्या अपने फ्रेंड्स को इससे आप कनेक्ट करोगे?
तो देखिए, यहाँ पे एक बहुत ही शानदार सा सेशन हुआ है। मनीष मीडिया की तरफ से ये कार्यक्रम आयोजित हुआ, कई लोग यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं। परेश जी हमारे साथ हैं। परेश जी, बहुत स्वागत आपका।
थैंक यू।
आज के सेशन को लेकर के क्या कहेंगे?
आज का जो सेशन था वॉज वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव। जो इंडिया के यूथ को हमने देखा, इतना इंटरेस्टेड है टू गो टू ग्लोब, और इतने अच्छे जो पैनलिस्ट थे, इट वाज वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव।
अमूमन किस तरीके के आपको सवाल किस तरीके के देखे? और क्योंकि मैं जब देख रहा हूँ काफ़ी सारे बच्चे हैं और बच्चों में एक्साइटमेंट काफ़ी ज़्यादा मुझे देखा।
बिल्कुल, जो यूथ है वही हमारा फ्यूचर है, और यहाँ पे टूरिज़म, AI, यूथ लीडरशिप, मेडिकल टूरिज़म, बहुत सारे सेक्टर्स पे उनकी जो एक महत्वाकांक्षा होती है कि पूरे ग्लोब में क्या होता है। यहाँ अमेरिका से आए हुए पैनलिस्ट थे जो 4-5 डिकेड से अमेरिका में है। यहाँ पे रिटायर्ड IAS ऑफिसर थे जो टूरिज़म में इतना अच्छा नॉलेज और काम कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे यूथ लीडर्स थे, AI से जुड़े हुए सभी उनके क्वेश्चन थे। तो आई थिंक मेरा मानना है कि ये एक कॉम्बो था यूथ के लिए, जिससे वो उनका स्टार्टअप या उनका जो एक विज़न है वो बहुत लंबा और बहुत बड़ा कर सकते हैं।
और मनीष मीडिया को लेके क्या कहेंगे? मनीष मीडिया ने जिस तरीके से प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज़ किया।
डेफिनेटली आई कम फ्रॉम अफ्रीका, तो मैं भी वहाँ पे 20 साल से हूँ। तो ऐसे सेशंस देख के हमें, जहाँ पे हम बिलोंग्स करते, वी आर इंडियन लिविंग अब्रोड बट डीपली रूटेड विथ अवर होम कंट्री, तो वो बिलोंगिंगनेस है। तो इंडिया के यूथ को देख के हमें लगता है कि ऐसे सेशंस बहुत सारे हो, और मनीष मीडिया ने उनको ये प्लेटफॉर्म दिया कि वो ग्लोबल पर्सनालिटीज़ को यहाँ पे मिलके, और इसी में से आज जो यूथ आए थे उसी में से कोई कल जाके यूरोप में बेस्ट करेगा, कोई कल जाके अमेरिका में बेस्ट करेगा, और कोई इंडिया में बहुत बड़ा नाम कमाएगा। सो क्रेडिट गोज़ टू।
एक चीज़ लगता है कि इंडिया में इन चीज़ों की कमी थी, जिस तरीके के ये सेशंस हैं इंडिया में इन चीज़ों की कमी हमने देखी है, और मनीष मीडिया अगर इस तरीके से करके प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहा है तो ये शायद मतलब कहते हैं ना कि कंधे से कंधे मिला करके यूरोप हो, अमेरिका हो, इनसे कंधे से कंधे मिला के चलने वाला प्लेटफॉर्म मिल रहा हो।
बिल्कुल, जब विकसित भारत की हम बात कर रहे हैं 2047 जो हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो ड्रीम है, उस ड्रीम में कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे सेशंस बहुत ही मायने रखेंगे।
चलिए, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, बहुत शुक्रिया।
थैंक यू।
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर आर शर्मा हूँ।
ओके,
एंड नाइस टू मीट यू सर।
थैंक यू सर। मैं अभिषेक। सर, तो आज के सेशन पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे? कोई नहीं,
आज के सेशन पे यही कहना चाहूँगा कि दिस इज़ अ वेरी गुड सेशन बिकॉज it encourages not only the youngsters but the elders to come forward for youngsters and give a new type of thinking to their mind, that combining the old ideas which are growing in their mind, what to do, and the people who are knowing what they have done in their life, when they are joining together they can take out the more fruits of life, as in the medical field, in tourism, in agriculture, or any field of development. And I personally believe that AI can be a good friend to the human mind rather
दुश्मन भी
than,
तो हो सकता है।
and can be a good friend. That's why I say that. And if the human mind will take over the whatever harm they can do to them, so that mind is more important what you're feeding in them, because mind will generate.
Definitely.
Not
मैम आप क्या
limited.
कहना चाहेंगे?
I think I should talk about AI, because AI is friendly only because humans have made them, right? So make the AI like you create AI who are friendly with you, and the moment
और इस सेशन के बारे में क्या कहेंगे? अभी जो सेशन हुआ,
session, it was very
how fruitful is
informative. It was very informative to the younger ones, how they start their business, what they have to do, what they have to think, and how they have to be, before starting any venture, how they have to
और
be
ये
dedicated.
मनीष मीडिया जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहा है, ये कैसा लगा?
It's a wonderful platform. It brings all of us together. It joins us with the youngsters, tell us what we have gone through and what they should do, and we guide them.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू मैम,
Thank you very much.
मनीष मीडिया की तरफ से एक बहुत ही शानदार सा सेशन अभी ख़त्म हुआ है। केवी कुमार सर हमारे साथ हैं, होस्ट कर रहे थे संभवतः आप सर।
मेरा हिंदी इतना अच्छा नहीं है।
So you were hosting this show. What do you feel when youngsters coming up and they are, you can say that they are, what you can say, but they are coming here and they are very, very, very excited to be here. So what was the feeling?
The feedback from the youngsters, the questions that they have, it's very interesting, and they are our future. You see,
definitely.
If you don't let them know what they want to be, what they can be, and encourage them in their fields of this thing. That's important to do that for us, and that's what.
Which type of questions they were asking?
They were asking, how do we do this one, how do we do that one? And in fact, even before they asked the questions, the panelists gave all sorts of encouraging news to them. They should be, they should do whatever they want, and they should do their passion. They should have a goal, and they should not give up that goal under any circumstances if they have passion for that.
And what do you think about Maneesh Media? Because Maneesh Media is providing us such kind of platform for the youngsters.
Yes.
So what do you think about
Maneesh Media is doing a fantastic job, because this is where they are going to bring the youth and the experienced ones together.
Okay.
And the youth are going to follow the footsteps of people like Mr. Mangar, Dr. Sanugu, and they're all very well experienced people, and the words of wisdom from them is very worthwhile for the children.
If you will summarize this event in just a single line or word, then what will you say?
It has been a fantastic opportunity for youngsters to understand and go forward with their future.
That's great, sir. Thank you. Nikita ma'am. Nikita ma'am, you were here. What do you feel about this program? It's okay.
Program has been very amazing, nicely organized, and such a esteemed panels I had a chance to speak with, and we wanted to encourage youth to consider AI entrepreneurship, and we got good response. So thanks to Maneesh Media and a wonderful event which they have hosted.
Which type of questions students were asking?
They were more curious about how they think about their business idea, what tools to use, what help they can take from Startup India, DPIIT, different government initiatives where they can apply for. So, but I could see they have immense energy and ideas. They want to start up. Who doesn't want to start up?
Okay.
Business. India have a business mentality. I feel we want to give it a try when we are young, and this is what this platform could provide us.
If you will summarize this program, this event in just a word or a line, then how will you summarize?
This morning is a good combination of experience and energy.
Okay.
Like we had so many people coming from agriculture sector, medicine, tourism, giving their experience. What was the history which made us very successful? Also now youth and other members who have come are providing energy to the event, which is about the future of the event. Where will we go once we have this knowledge and experience and tools and resources available for the future of our country, which is Viksit Bharat.
Thank you so much. So Narendra sir, you were here, and what was your experience?
The experience was wonderful. I had heard the speech from wonderful panelists here, and a different in pharma industry, tourism industry, and about AI.
Okay.
Everyone is talking AI because AI summit is
going on. Yes.
And AI is a future everyone knows, and is a vast thing. AI is not just a small thing. It's very vast.
Okay.
So the young generation should know which AI field they have to go in.
So you were there. Which type of questions students were asking morely?
I heard the more interested young generation in AI and doctor side and those things. So I had almost every question asked by the youngster here. So more of this generation is interested in AI. And obviously in pharma field.
And you have to say a single word for Maneesh Media, then what will you say?
They are doing amazing job. Maneesh Media, trying to bring youngster and these panelists together.
Yes.
It's give them a very big chance to where they have to go. You understand? So big thanks to Maneesh Media for connecting young generation right from the college to the experienced people who have experienced double than their age. You
Definitely.
understand? So that's the big achievement.
So David sir with us. Sir, what was your experience and what are you feeling after this event?
I feel like it was a wonderful experience as far as all of these students coming here, and I think agriculture seems to be not a very an occupation that people want to do here.
Okay.
And so I think it was a good experience for them to hear from somebody.
I saw that so much students were there and they were asking frequently so many questions. So which type of questions these students were asking?
I'm sorry?
Which type of more questions? Which type of questions?
So that most of the questions they were asking was about AI,
AI.
right? And none of them asked about agriculture.
Okay.
Right. I think if we can create interest in young people about agriculture and get them excited about agriculture, it would be great for us.
And what about Maneesh Media? Because Maneesh Media is providing such kind of platform in India. It's really awesome. So what do you think about Maneesh Media?
So this was, to me, was an amazing event.
Okay.
The way Maneesh Media is connecting everybody around the world, not all the businesses, the entrepreneurs, and even the students.
Okay.
And they're stimulating not only different people around the world that do business or in their own professions, but they're stimulating young minds. And without Maneesh Media, this would not be possible.
And if you have to say a single word for Maneesh Media and this program, then what will you say?
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Congratulations. This the world needed this. And also the India needed this.
Same question for you, sir.
I think
single word.
They should be one of the awardees.
Okay.
You know, because they deserve the same kind of award that they are recognizing other people.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it wasn't one word, but
it's okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, after this event, what will you say? After this event?
I am, first of all,
after this event.
I am so impressed, number one, by the organization, how it was, and the input that I have received from the students and the faculty members and the colleagues. I have never, to be very frank, I've never been a faculty member at a conference like this, and this being my very first experience has deeply touched me that you are being a mentor to the youngsters, and it is it's very rewarding.
And what will you say about Maneesh Media? Because Maneesh Media is providing such kind of platform in India. What do you think?
I think it's an incredible opportunity Maneesh Media is providing to the youngsters and also allowing us to network together. It is a phenomenal opportunity. I'm extremely grateful to Maneesh Media.
Have you seen a spark in these students?
Absolutely. So many of them and come and say, "Sorry, I'm inspired by your stories and all this kind of thing." So it is really very. It deeply touches in the depths of your soul.
Thank you, sir. Sir, तो कैसा लगा आकर के इस प्रोग्राम में?
In one word, it was a super intellectual, enlightening, interesting, and educative program. Everything combined. Highly motivating, highly encouraging, not only to young, but to old also, like me. At 82, I was highly inspired by each word of each speaker. The subjects are eternal. The subjects are eternal. Progress, growth, everybody wants. With the help of AI or without the help of AI, human beings are at the top, and they were all aiming how to keep human beings at top.
And say a word about Maneesh Media, because Maneesh Media is providing such kind of platform in India.
I would say they are doing a great yeoman's service to the society, and I wish them all success in their future endeavors. Thank you.
What will you say, sir?
Well, all the presenters today were sharing their own experiences, their life experiences, which were excellent, and it was all coming from their heart. So, yes, this motivates the young generation, and it will share, and it will, of course, their sharing will promote and motivate them to do better. better in their careers.
So many students were there.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen spark in these students?
Well, the question answer session, yes, they were spark and they had some really good questions. So, yes, they have the ability to take the world more forward.
And a single word for Maneesh Media.
Maneesh Media, yes, of course, we have been known Maneesh Media for last 20-25 years from his father's age, and from my father they were good friends, and they are doing definitely good for the betterment of the society.
सर तो इस कार्यक्रम में इस प्रोग्राम में आकर के कैसा लगा?
It was a very well organized program, very insightful, very knowledgeable for the upcoming students, and also for us also it was very knowledgeable. Even at this stage we are learning.
Okay. So what do you think that this kind of program were missing in India, but Maneesh Media is providing a platform like this? How beneficial is this for students and for people?
Highly beneficial. This should be organized on a regular basis.
Okay. Then if you have to say a single word or a single line for Maneesh Media, then what will you say?
Very well organized and a great concept, great idea.
And one more question, sir. So many students were there. Have you seen spark?
Not before. This was a very well organized, and students were also very enthusiastic about the information they were getting, the knowledge they were getting.
Okay.
Very, very well organized.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.